What is up, my friends? Welcome to another video where we try to keep your brains from melting while we farm some knowledge. Today I have a question for you. Imagine you log into your favorite Roblox game, let's say Adopt Me or Brookhaven, but suddenly you notice something terrifying. No updates, no moderators, and worst of all, the game's creator, the supreme admin, has deleted his account. The server is still running, but nobody is watching to see if you use hacks, if you steal, or if you behave. Total chaos. Pretty scary, right? Well, that is exactly what Friedrich Nietzsche proposed in the 19th century with his most famous and misunderstood phrase, God is dead. And no, he didn't mean that someone grabbed a diamond sword and took out a divine entity in a PvP match. Relax, put down the torches. Nietzsche wasn't celebrating a murder. He was giving a server warning, a global notification. What Nietzsche meant was that faith in the Christian God, which had been like the operating system of Europe for 1,000 years, was crashing. People were starting to believe more in science and reason. The admin was no longer needed to explain why it rains or why we exist. This sounds great at first, like total freedom, right? But here comes the plot twist that leaves you cold. If the admin is gone, who sets the rules? Who decides what is good and what is bad? Who gives you the experience points? Until then, morality was objective. Stealing was bad because it was in the universe's terms of service. But without an admin, the terms of service are just a dead link. This is where nihilism comes in. This word sounds like an anime villain's name, but it's simply the feeling that nothing matters. It's like when you play a super difficult game, lose all your progress, and you say, why do I keep playing if it's all going to be deleted anyway? Nietzsche saw that humanity was going to face this void. Without a divine purpose, we feel like a glitched NPC walking into a wall. But wait, our mustachioed friend wasn't some depressed guy. He hated passive nihilism. He hated people who just give up. He proposed a solution, a manual update that everyone needs to install in their own brain. The Superman or Ubermensch, be careful with the translation because it sounds like a Marvel comic, but it's not like that. The Superman is the player who stops following tutorials and starts creating their own game. To explain how to reach this level, Nietzsche used a metaphor of 3 transformations. Imagine they are like Pokemon evolutions but philosophical. First, you are the camel. The camel is the noob who carries the full weight of the old rules. He says yes to everything. He is obedient. The camel thinks suffering is good because that way he'll get a reward on another server after logging out. You know, in the afterlife. But the spirit gets tired of carrying other people's backpacks and evolves. It becomes the lion. The lion is the rebel. He's the player who enters the chat and says, I don't accept these rules. His mission is to destroy the great dragon. Nietzsche says the dragon's name is thou shalt. Every scale on the dragon is a social or religious rule that forces you to obey. The lion roars and says, I will. He fights for his freedom. He kills the dragon of old beliefs. He leaves the server empty. But here is the problem. The lion knows how to destroy, but he doesn't know how to build. He has freedom, but he doesn't know what to do with it. That's why the last evolution is needed. The child. Yes, you heard that right. A little child. The child is innocence and forgetting. The child doesn't hold a grudge against the past. The child just wants to play. The Superman is this child. He is the creator who says yes to life just as it is. He creates his own values just like someone creating a map in Roblox Studio. He doesn't wait for an admin to tell him what to do. He is his own admin. He defines what is fun and what is fair for himself. This is called the will to power. It's not about wanting to dominate others. It's about wanting to overcome yourself and leave your creativity in the world. Nietzsche is inviting us to stop being NPCs in other people's stories and become the main character of our own movie. But careful, friends, this gives you vertigo. Being free means that if you mess up, it's your fault. You can't blame the lag or the team. If you decide your own values, you have to be responsible for them. It's not okay to be a troll just because there are no rules. The true Superman is generous and creates cool things because he has energy to spare, not because he's looking for approval. So, in summary, God is dead means the moral security system has crashed. We are in hardcore sandbox mode. You can stay crying at the spawn, or you can start crafting your own meaning of life. You don't need anyone to validate you. Your life is your project. Add scripts, add textures, make it worth playing. Life doesn't have a pre-written script, and that's what makes it both terrifying and wonderful at the same time. And that's Nietzsche's whole deal. He stopped looking for the admin and started programming. I hope this blew your minds a little bit. If you liked it, show some love to that like button. Tell me in the comments what you would do if all the laws in the world disappeared tomorrow. I'll be reading you. See you at the next respawn. Take care of yourselves and don't let the abyss gaze back at you.